So me seeing him do that, just like, it was a slap in my face. Like, if a guy that I like can do this.
So you guys are still trying to work things out?
Yes, we're still trying to work things out. So from there, I'm just like, I don't rate this guy again.
Also, man, this is another episode that I'm going to call Revelations, because the things I heard today, I was like, huh? It's like almost every single day there's something new that we've not heard before that we're hearing now, and we're like, when did this whole thing happen? Although we've been hearing rumors, I have been hearing rumors about like Prince's situationship with like more than one babe in the house, like after he left the house. I've been hearing gist, but you know, when it's a different thing where something is like you're just hearing and then you're now hearing it from the horse's mouth. Today we heard it from the horse's mouth, and it turns out that like a lot of things that we heard were true. See, in every rumor, there's an atom of truth. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to drop your comments. So, let me just go accordingly, the way the reunion started. So, Ebuka asked Dorathy about the situationship between herself and Prince, because, you know, there was a Prido ship, and now there's no ship again. The ship has been destroyed. It did not even sink. It was destroyed. So apparently there's no more Prido ship. So Ebuka asked Dorathy what happened. And Dorathy was now explaining that to her, she felt like Prince was manipulative and he wasn't true to the friendship, and he wasn't honest with her. So now, what is this honesty that we're talking about? She now went into details. She spent a lot of time. Talking. Like, you know, she was taking her time, talking. So she now went into details and said that Prince and Tolanibaj, they were intimate with each other. She used the word intimate. So I was like, okay, we are being calm here. We're not being all, you know, we're not revealing things as they are. So she was like, they were intimate with each other and she didn't know about it. And then I think that's where she cut off the friendship. It was almost like, according to her, I think that came to her like, okay, this person is not true to the friendship. You know, these are things that you should have let me know and stuff. So apparently there were things that happened between Prince and the other housemates that she didn't know about, and she felt like to her, she was being honest with the friendship and she used to tell him everything and he was not doing the same with her. So that was her own explanation. Now, Tolanibaj gave her own explanation, talking about the fact that she, after the Saturday, see, that last party, that all-white party, a lot of things happened. Even Ebuka was like, it's like, I will go back and rewatch this party, because he doesn't understand how this all-white party led to a lot of things. This same all-white party, Katrina and Praise had their own kini. Also, and Nengi, that was the day they had their own beef. That was the day, like, a lot of things happened in this all-white party. So apparently, another thing that has been added to the list of things that happened after the all-white party, that's their last Saturday party, was the fact that Prince and Lilo kissed. Hey! Hey!
Another thing where I lost respect for Prince was where I caught him and Lilo kissing at the back of a bus.
I was shocked actually to hear that. So apparently Tolanibaj said that after the party that they were in the bus together, she was in a seat in front of Prince, and then Lilo and Prince, they were sitting behind. Then at some point she turned and she saw that they were kissing, and she just got angry and had to go down from the bus and just left the situation. So that's where her own revelation came in. Then she also addressed the intimacy that Dorathy was talking about. She was like, yeah, that happened and it wasn't nice. She wasn't impressed.
The intimacy happened because I was feeling Prince at the time, and I 100% regret it. And it was whack, by the way. I really expected more from somebody that carries shoulder like this. You should have impressed me, but you didn't.
And I'm like, yo, another thing. This is another situation where something is happening between two people and you're coming to talk about the performance in a demeaning way. I don't think that makes sense. Like, okay, you had this thing. Don't come out and say, okay, the person did not impress you. It was a 5 seconds man. I think that they just make that statement to spite the person, because if see, I think I'm dragging the if because of what I want to say next. If actually what you had with him wasn't making sense and you didn't enjoy it, or you know, if actually what you had you didn't enjoy it, then you wouldn't have been coming after Dorathy or Prince or everybody around her. To be honest, Tolanibaj, the way she has been on about it, she has literally been part of almost every attack that has to do with Dorathy. She has you see, all this online fight, she has shaded Dorathy in so many different ways. She has come at Dorathy in so many different ways. Now, I understand that she may have been hurt because of, like, okay, she has something to do with Prince, and then Prince is now, like, just moving on with the situation, and then obviously very close to Dorathy. But Prince is your problem, not Dorathy. Do you understand? Like, I don't think Dorathy owes her any loyalty in any way because they were not even close, they were not friends, they didn't really have any relationship in the house. So, generally, if Prince decided that this person wants to be with, and she also wants to be with him, I don't think there's any, and at the time, Prince and Tolanibaj, they were not even together. When they were in the house, Tolanibaj said she cannot continue with the situation, that there is even Tolanibaj that said she doesn't want to do again. And then Prince had to agree with it, like, okay, since I can't really do what you want, or I can't really be this person that you want me to be, then, that's fine. We can move on from it. So they went their separate ways. And this other thing of Tolanibaj and Neo too, like you said, you liked Neo or whatever it is, you had the Neo situation, which he came out and heard about it. So at the end of the day, whatever it wants to happen, I feel like Prince is your problem. Then they now pass the baton over to Lilo because they had called her name into the equation. So it's like, okay, Lilo, what's up? What happened? So Lilo now explained the situation that night after the Saturday party, they were sitting at the back. I think Prince told her to come and sit close to him or something like that. But Lilo said that she made the move. She made the move to kiss him. And then he now told her that, don't do this and you're tipsy, you're drunk. So he stopped her from
He was holding me, so I kissed him. And he's like, oh, you little stop, you're drunk, don't do that.
But she said I didn't even last up to 5 seconds. And then Ebuka was like, these 5 seconds. What is it in these 5 seconds?
He actually
5 seconds.
So according to Lilo, she said it didn't even last. That she's the one that made the move to kiss him, and he was like, she's drunk, so she shouldn't do that and stuff. And then that's where it ended. So I don't think there was any further situation with them. So that's it for Prince and Lilo. So after saying everything, they now passed the baton over. During this time, Ebuka was asking Dorathy, why is this thing paining you? Because if you say that it's just friendship, that you guys had, based on bestie things, Prido was everything Prido was like friendship. Dorathy was like, what she wanted was the honesty and stuff. Then she also talked about her birthday, because her birthday, Tolanibaj actually also referred to her birthday, that the night before she spoke to Prince, she and Prince spoke, and then on the next day, Dorathy's birthday, they now had, Prince now went to Dorathy. You guys remember, I don't know if you guys saw what happened on Dorathy's birthday. Prince took flowers, this cake that they used money to do. Like, he actually did a lot of things for her on her birthday, wrote a very long message for her on her birthday, and apparently that one actually got to Tolanibaj. Obviously, that one, there's nobody to not pay. She was like, where's my flower? That he did not give me flower, He did not give me flower. And then, you're going out to see that kind of thing. Then they now pass the baton to Prince, who is in the center of everything. According to Prince, when they came out of the house, the first person, and I remember vividly, Tolanibaj and Watoni, they went to greet them in the hotel. So immediately they came out of the house, Tolanibaj, according to him, when they went in the hotel, when Tolanibaj came, she just ran to him and gave him a kiss. So somebody was recording it, and that video went out. So at this time, he's like, we have not even discussed what we really are. And then, obviously, there's already gist out there that, they are back together and everything because of that video. So after that happened, they now had a conversation. He was saying that he was going to have a conversation with her. And according to him, different people were showing him things about, the fact that this baby is not loyal, even the things that, based on things that she said in the diary session. And she was not really true to her words per se, according to him. So, regardless of the fact that people were saying that, okay, you don't really need to have anything to do with this person, but he still said, okay, we can be friends. Let's still be friends. This thing cannot really go anywhere, and he wouldn't want to be in a relationship. He wouldn't want it to be a relationship. So we should remain friends. So inside this friendship now, things happen. So I think it was Prince that even used the word sleeping with. At some point, he used the word sleeping, but inside this friendship, they got intimate. And they knocked, right? Inside their friendship. And apparently, according to him, at this point, Dorathy was not even out of the house. So inside their friendship, they shall knocked, but he still maintained the fact that, according to him, after they had what they had, yeah, let me not come here and say forgive. After they had what they had, there was no conversation of like, okay, what are we now? Do you get? So it was not like, okay, after everything, they now went back to discuss that, okay, it's as if we can start our relationship now. So it was a case of, we are still friends, there's nothing here, but we can knack. So obviously, in a situation like that, somebody is going to definitely get emotional. So I think it's something that Tolanibaj now took to heart, like, okay, you know, I think according to him, she sent him a message saying that you messed me up, I mean, you fucked me up and everything. And then that was her own anger in the situation. Then Prince now went ahead to now give the story of like what happened between himself and Lilo, and just gave that one. Then the reason why there was like the Dorathy situation, why Dorathy was angry, was because at the time where he told Dorathy about what happened between himself and Tolanibaj, it was close to the reunion. And the reason he told her was because he had heard gist, he had heard the gist that Tolanibaj and her goons, or you know, Tolanibaj had plans of bringing up the conversation at the reunion. So he felt like it would not make sense if this is the thing that comes here and this babe doesn't know about it. But in his defense, according to him, he said that he didn't really feel the need to kiss and tell. Like, it's something that happened once, and at the time it happened, there was nothing. Dorathy was not even out of the house. So to him, he didn't see why he needed to tell her, which I understand. Like, we are always advocating for, like, there's no point doing kiss and tell and stuff. Like, I don't really think it's a conversation that needed to have been had. Do you get? Except maybe they now wanted to pursue things, and it's like, okay, you need to know that this happened, and then so that we can move on. I don't really know, but I just think it's not really bad if he decides that, okay, it's not something that's happening again. We are not trying to pursue things. I'm not trying to date Tolanibaj. So something happened, it happened then. I don't really feel like, you know, I need to tell you. Do you understand? Well, in Dorathy's defense, to her, she felt like it's a friendship that they tell each other everything. So this is something that I should have been told too. Then the whole Lilo situation too. So apparently it was Lilo that told Dorathy about the kissing. Now, how did that happen? Prince called Lilo, like I think just before the reunion, Prince called Lilo and told her that he was is it okay if he tells Dorathy about like what they had and everything? And Lilo was like, you know, that's fine. Dorathy's my friend and everything, and what happened. It wasn't like any biggie, and we moved on from it. So, you know, she doesn't have a problem with him telling Dorathy. So apparently, I don't think Prince didn't tell her. So when they were hanging out, that's Lilo and Dorathy, there was a time they were hanging out a whole lot. So when they were hanging out, Lilo now said, okay, that what's up? That the Prince tell you what happened? And Dorathy was like, what happened? Then Lilo now told her that she and Prince kissed, and, you know, tried to explain the situation to her. But Dorathy got angry about it and then left where they were. Now, when Dorathy left, according to Lilo, later on, Lilo said she now saw a post like on Insta blog about like people. I think there was a gist about Prince having something to do with Lilo. You know, the news got out, which Lilo said she didn't like. But like, okay, it's fine. You know, it really got her hurt. Like, she was hurt about the situation, but like, she didn't want to have any issues with anybody. She didn't want to be tagged with any guy, sha. But now, Ebuka was trying to get something out of the situation. He was trying to really get something out of the situation. Like, why exactly is this an issue? Like in Dorathy's case, like, if we are talking that this is just friendship, then all these things should not really be that deep. Like, something you can talk it out with the person. Do you understand? You know, the things that Ebuka wants to hear things, that's his own. He just wants to get something out. I feel like maybe, obviously, they took things way beyond the regular friendship. That's Prince and Dorathy. That's why she really got hurt about the situation. Because if it's just like the normal friendship thing they are telling us, it did not enter well. People kind of asked, okay, so where do you guys stand now? And Prince was like, he's open to, like, he has been trying to reach her. In fact, he said after the whole thing of him telling her what happened, she blocked him on Twitter, blocked him on WhatsApp, blocked him on Instagram, blocked him on Snapchat, blocked him everywhere. And he had been trying to reach her to explain things, and she wasn't responding. And so he had to reach out to her via his brother's number or something like that. I think they later talked. But like right now, he still likes her very much. He still loves her to death, and that he will still like that friendship to continue and stuff.
I mean, Dora's my friend. I still care about her. I still love her to death. Do you understand?
Then I asked Dorathy, okay, where do you stand in all of this? She's like, okay. And Ebuka did not stop there. I was like, okay, what? She's like, yeah, that whatever it is, but like in terms of predoship, there's no predo again. So you guys, things happened both inside and outside with all of these housemates. Hey God, revelations. So that's basically what happened today. The next episode we are going to be seeing Erica on the show. Let's wait and see, because the way it's looking, it's like we are going to enter another gist, another whole book. We're going to open a whole new book. So let's see how the reunion is going to be moving forward. So thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye, love you.